How did you first get interested in acting?
Well, I loved movies when I was a kid. Absolutely loved them. And I kind of knew from a pretty early on age that when you see any of these characters, they're almost always actors or whatnot. So I had that perspective at a pretty early age. When I got to college, I went to UNK and I was studying graphic design, and I saw some guys randomly shooting a film on campus. And I watched them, and I didn't really understand what they were doing. I saw the finished product, and it was black and white. It was very impressive. And I thought, wow, well, I would like to do more stuff like that.
Could you talk about some of your other roles in more recent short films that have made an impact on you?
Sure. Well, I was one of the co-founders of the Nebraska Film Group about 5-6 years ago. And we had a lot of auditions there, and there were a lot of things that I'd studied or acted in or worked on that never got finished, but I did play a large number of characters. I've played Israel Grimm, who was a immortal gunslinger in a Mike Johnson short film. April Showers, I had a featured extra part. Lucky had a featured extra part. Blood Rights by Dorothy Borehm, Chad Hofschild. I played Darren, who is a junkie thug who never seems to have a good idea, ever. And then I started working with Jim Fields, who I met through the Nebraska Film Group. And we did a lot on Bug Eaters. I had 7 or 8 roles and worked closely with him while he was finishing the film and got to see a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. And I saw Jim needed help, so I'm also co-writer, co-producer and stuff like that on this film as well as acting.
Well, let's talk about the term flyover country. When you hear that term, what comes to your mind?
Wow, well, flyover country, I would say, is a less populated area that people are traveling through a lot. Now, we have the interstate system, and the Oregon Trail comes right through here, so people have been traveling through this area a lot. And it'll absorb culture, but when you just fly over someplace, there's not the cultural exchange. So the outsiders really have no idea. It's like they just kind of saw this overhead perspective.
How would you describe your character in Flyover Country?
Wow, well, see, I kind of helped write up Scott, so this is really interesting. And I knew that we wanted a very angry and pushy character. I had also worked on a lawn crew when I was younger and had bosses that I would consider assholes. There's not a rational behavior behind bullying people who work for you, other than I'm the boss and I get to kick you when you're down. And I had been on the other side of that, when I was young and not knowing how to deal with that, being the skinny kid and being intimidated by people who get in your face. It can be rather threatening. So I think that in that situation, a bully justifies why they're doing what they're doing. They just immediately find some logical reason for bullying this other person. It's for your own good, or, I'm really your buddy, but, you're a screw up kid, so I'm gonna keep messing with you. And that's kind of how I take Scott.
How's that sandwich taste there, Havlik?
It's pretty good. I'm hungry, though. I guess I should have made 2.
You didn't notice anything different about your sandwich today?
No. I mean, it is a little dry. Why? What'd you do to it?
Well, nothing. Here's your sandwich. You just had a sandwich made of Fancy Beast cat food.
Hey, what? Oh my God, that's disgusting.
I didn't think you were gonna eat the whole thing. I thought you'd take a bite or two. I didn't know you were gonna just wolf it down.
Can't believe it, man. Why are you always pulling practical jokes on me? You don't do it to anyone else. I had to sue your ass.
Russ, why don't you just quit? All right, you can't quit, can you?
You're a sick
Russ, I promise I'll lay off, okay? So why don't you just simmer down for the rest of the day, and I'll take you guys out for drinks anywhere you want to go on me.
Okay.
What do you hope audiences take away from the finished movie when they get the chance to see it?
Well, we've got a lot of talent in this movie. I mean, a lot of good actors that have, it's been a lot of fun to work with them. And I think Jim has drawn a lot of character out of them in both how we've cast them and how we've pushed them. And I think that people will see if you're looking at Flyover Country, if you're looking at this area, there is still a huge variety of people. It's not like we're a bunch of clones that all worship the Huskers. I mean, I like the Huskers and watching a good game, and we made a documentary on the Bug Eaters, but there's way more variety around here than an outsider is going to see just flying over. And because of the politics and the timeliness of this movie, I think these are the sort of conflicts that are happening. Some of them behind closed doors, some of them in public, some of them extremely internal, and some of them very, social and group-oriented conflicts. And I think we've packed a lot of that into this film.